SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. Hey, everybody, I'm your host, Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cats, put your balls up if you're rocking with the Big Cat. Listen, today we're going to do a Q&A session. Thank you guys for who responded through the YouTube community app, also through the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram, with all you concerns and questions about the Carolina Panthers. We'll talk about it, but first, one quick question before we get started. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? If you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers, give me that dab. We'll talk about some of you guys' concerns. Let's get into it.
And here we go.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Now, the first question comes from YouTube. Shout out to Lamont. Lamont says, should we rely more on a new linebacker or a cornerback with that first pick? Now, good question, Lamont. This is the reason why I had you number one. A lot of guys said with the great Luke Kuechly retiring, he's our number one need to replace. And that's kind of, in a sense, it's kind of right, but it's not. When it comes to that linebacker spot, you have to find somebody that's going to eventually turn into Luke Kuechly. Not exactly verbatim when it comes to his exact skill sets, but somebody that's going to be able to produce on the level of Luke Kuechly. Not right now, but down the road. If you don't find that guy in this draft, you don't draft at that position. You don't draft there because there's a guy there. Okay, now, when it comes to Isaiah Simmons, let me clear this up. Okay, a lot of you guys are looking at that 4.3 speed. Y'all went and turned on NFL Network, and you guys are just salivating because the dude ran 4.3 in his underwear. And that's cute. I mean, but but look, man, if you really want to see something, look at the bottom of your screen down there. I got it pinned down in the comment section. Type in that UNC game versus Clemson, and you're going to see some of the struggles I've seen out of Isaiah, but you're going to see some of the athleticism as well. But he's not a guy you want to reach and try to fill Luke Kuechly's spot unless we're trying to get a safety. You don't take a safety that high. So to answer your question, I would look at cornerback spots. Again, a couple of you guys made some excellent points on the live stream the other day. When it comes to the NFC South, we played a division with the best receivers last year. Julio Jones, Godwin from Tampa Bay, Mike Evans from Tampa Bay, Michael Thomas. And, of course, we got one of our own studs in DJ Moore. But, again, you're going to need somebody that's going to be able to cover that. And with the threat of Bradbury potentially being gone, or even him coming back on a one-year deal, which I don't see, I mean, you're going to need some help back there. You're definitely going to need some help back there. So, here's my choice. If Brown's my number one choice, but if Brown is gone and we don't take an offensive lineman, Okuda was the next best thing. So I think the cornerback is the best thing to fill versus the linebacker.
The fuck was that? Knock your shit out right here.
The next question comes from Instagram. Shout out to Anacross_. Anacross_ asks, can Dante Jackson develop into a top 5 corner? Well, I think Dante can be whatever he wants to be. You know what I mean? I mean, Dante Jackson's main issue has never been athleticism. I mean, he's fast. I mean, he can make up speed, make up ground, cover ground. He can jump out of this world. I mean, my man is athletic and talented, but his main issue has always been the mental side of it. And we're really going to see how much of Matt Rule and, let's say, Phil Snow, we're going to see how much of those guys are really teachers. Because I honestly believe that if he's so much of a good teacher as he say he is, or his track record shows in college, if that can translate to NFL, then I think Dante Jackson could be in for a big year this year. I really do, man. But it's really going to be on the mental side of him, not getting dirty eyes, not taking the jumping routes. When you do give up a big play, how will you react? I mean, some of the times you see him when he does give up a big play, he gets rattled easy. You know what I mean? One thing that the best do, okay, whether it's the best quarterbacks, whether it's the best running backs, when they give up a big play or when they make a mistake, they keep their composure. Okay, you don't see them putting towels over their head or busting on the ground or whatever. They keep their composure and they go about it. You know what I mean? So you're going to see, how much of a teacher Matt Rule is and Phil Snow is. But I honestly believe Dante Jackson could be in for a good year if he changes his mindset, because the athletic ability is definitely there.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
This next question comes from Instagram. Shout out to Even Numbers Sipper. Even Numbers Sipper asks, who do you think will fill our guard position? The draft, the free agency, or is it impossible? Or pushing Little and Daly to play guard? or at least get Greg Van Roten. He only wants like $3 million. Okay, good question here. Again, early this week it came out that Carolina Panthers are considering Greg Little to move to right guard. Daly also, he had some good moments last year as well. When it comes to filling that spot, and I definitely think they're going to sign Greg Van Roten. I think he'll be back. But when it comes to filling Trey Turner's spot, man, I mean, good question, man. If it's me, why not? If we're going to go all in with this Cam Newton train, you know what I mean? So you already got a left tackle to go with him. Why not go out here, get a young stud at right guard? You know what I mean? Find somebody at right guard in the draft. You know what I mean? Or, I guess you just wait till free agency opens up and then, find the next biggest name and put him there. The biggest name, the biggest player or whatever. So, again, I don't know what mindset the Carolina Panthers are in right now. You know what I mean? I mean, they're sending me mixed messages with this, this trade for this 31-year-old left tackle. It's a little confusing right now, but I won't be surprised if they do stay in-house and try to take Greg Little, try to develop him into right guard. And again, Greg Little has been a hell of a pass blocker. He came out of college a hell of a pass blocker, but when it comes to that run blocking, you know what I mean? That was always a big concern. He's not a finisher, you know what I mean? He's not a violent finisher. He's not like a Richie Cognito or somebody like that. So again, there's going to be a learning curve there. And more importantly, his health. I mean, how healthy will he stay? I mean, he had several concussions last year. Do you really want to move a guy to another spot and anticipate him staying healthy there? So again, it has to be a contingency plan. Is Greg Little the move? I'm not saying that he can't be, but I don't know, man. I would look forward to the draft or free agency. And when it comes to Dennis Daly, I mean, give him a shot as well. You know what I mean? I think he had some strides. He made some strides last year. Nobody expected much out of him coming out of South Carolina in the fifth round, I think. So, again, give him a shot. See if he can overcome it. If not, let's get something out of the draft or free agency. But I honestly believe that Little's probably going to be their first option.
Damn.
This next question comes from YouTube. Shout out to Clay Godfrey. Clay Godfrey asks, what if we trade Christian McCaffrey to Miami for a few of those draft picks? My understanding is Miami has the worst running back group in the league. Miami still would get a quarterback with their first pick. Now, with that being said, I'm in the mindset of, I don't know if we're in a full rebuild yet. It's hard to decipher what Carolina's doing right now. You're bringing in pieces that look like you're trying to give Cam Newton one more run. So if that is the case, if we're trying to make one more run at it with Cam Newton, then you don't get rid of Christian McCaffrey. It won't make any sense. You know what I mean? Now, if you're, I don't know, let's say you're trying to just tank. I'm hearing stories that they could tank. If you're trying to tank and you're trying to get Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, then yeah, you sell them. You get rid of him, man. But I'm in the mindset of let's not do that, okay? He's one of 3 guys that only set a double-double in the NFL 100-year history. 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving. I mean, the guy's a dream. I mean, why would you get rid of him? You know what I mean? For what? A Tua Tagovailoa? Huh? For who? I mean, there's nobody in this draft. I mean, you can put Joe Burrow, Derek Brown, Okuda all together, and they still couldn't match up with Christian McCaffrey's talent. So again, this move doesn't make sense. I know there's some money issues going on down the line, but again, if we're trying to push the one more year with Cam Newton, then we keep him. If not, man, if that's what they want to do, sell him, man, and maybe we can be better down the line. But it's not gonna happen instantly. I promise you, if we do trade Christian McCaffrey, whatever we get for him, you're not going to see the manifestation of it until years later. So, I mean, if you're ready for that, then you pull the trigger.
Jesus Christ.
This next question comes from YouTube. Shout out to 350. That's my G right there. 350 asks, what does 2015 mean to you? What emotions get stirred up when you reflect upon that seemingly unforgettable season? Plus a bonus. Trade, cut, or retire. Cam Newton, KK, or JJ Jansen. Okay, so 2015 to me was a magical year. It was the year I got married, so, thank you. Shout out to my lovely wife. But also, man, I mean, I went to the Atlanta Falcons game where we lost. We went 15-1 that year. I was at that 15-1 game. And I just remember, man, going into that game, it was just so much buzz and excitement, man. I mean, being a Panther fan in 2015, it was the epitome of life. I mean, it could do no wrong, man. I mean, just, have you ever been so hot? Well, not, I don't want to say that. Have you ever been on cloud nine? Have you ever been on cloud nine where life is just doing good? I mean, your bills are paid, your paycheck got a little extra something on it. I mean, that's what 2015 felt like. It felt like a high that you don't want to let go, man. And yeah, man. I mean, it just felt special. It felt like we definitely were going to win it all. So I mean, it hurt the way it ended. You know what I mean? A lot of people saying it was set up, it was cheated or whatever. However, you know, it didn't end the way that we wanted to end. But the magic that was felt every game, the pride in being a Panther fan. I mean, not sitting around here talking shit all day because we're making dumb moves. I mean, and again, got to get Cam Newton his props. I mean, Cam Newton did it, but that defense did it as well, man. Those guys balled out as well. So being a Panther fan in 2015 made you feel big, man. Made you feel big, you know? If you get what I'm saying, you know? And also answer your second question, trade, cut, or retire. J.J. Jansen, K.K. Short, Cam Newton. Well, let's start with this. I will cut J.J. Jansen. I will retire K.K. And you know.
You know where that trade's going, right?
All right, man. Thank you for your question.
Is you dumb?
This next question comes from YouTube. Shout out to Deshaun. Deshaun says, CMC entering his last year on his contract. Will the Carolina Panthers pay him what he wants or let him walk? Well, again, Christian McCaffrey is a one-in-a-lifetime kind of player, and he knows he's a one-in-a-lifetime kind of player. And as I said before, his daddy, Ed McCaffrey, okay? So his daddy has been in the NFL and been a Super Bowl team, a Super Bowl winning team. So, again, you don't think his daddy's telling him, look, man, know your value. Know how much you need to ask for. This game don't treat you fair. You don't owe nobody nothing. So I'm pretty sure he's getting sound counsel from the family. So, I mean, do I expect... And listen, for whatever reason, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Carolina got a major problem with a case of the Chiefs. Yeah, they got a case of the Chiefs, man. For whatever reason, they don't like to pay their stars, especially towards the end of the career. So if I'm Christian McCaffrey, I'm trying to get that shit on the front end of my career, because I ain't trying to wait till I'm 28, 29 and then ask for the money. So we'll see early how much, you know, does the organization value Christian McCaffrey, because I'm not giving no hometown discount if I'm CMC. Pay me out and pay me in full on the front end of my career, and then we'll do it like that. But will they pay him? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, there's no other alternative unless, like I said before, Matt Rule, he's planning on running a multiple back system. We're gonna find out this year how effective that can be. If we see Bonifant and we see Bonifant and Scarlett and Christian McCaffrey, and all three of those guys this year are being used, and the offense is moving fluently through all three of them, then you're gonna have to reconsider. You're gonna have to be like, wait a minute. If I can get production out of Scarlett and Bonifant, and they're doing good and they're getting yards, you're really gonna have to put that to the test. You know what I mean? Because I'm under the mindset that, you know, eventually putting the load on one person is going to break them down. If you don't believe me, look at Cam Newton. Trying to carry the load all the time, it breaks them down. But if you distribute that shit through three different running backs, well, I mean, you preserve that goddamn position. So, again, it's going to be whatever mindset the organization is in. Is he worth it?
Show me the money!
Next question comes from YouTube. Shout out to Scott Thomas. Scott Thomas said, who is your pick for the Carolina Panthers to have a breakout year this year? That's tough, man. I can think of several people. You know, you got to look at Shaq Thompson. You got to look at Curtis Samuel. Even look at the offensive line. I mean, see who's going to step up there. But if I had to go with one, I'm definitely going to have to go with... man, I mean, to me, it's between Shaq Thompson and Dante Jackson. You know what I mean? Let's look at both of them, okay? I'm going to give you a freebie right here. If you got to look at Dante Jackson has been slept on real hard. He's been slept on major. Again, he's a hungry, athletic guy. You know what I mean? I just think, you know, maybe Ron Rivera's put him in some bad situations, or maybe he'll just being hard-headed. I mean, who knows? But, again, I honestly believe that Matt Rule's a guy who's going to be able to coach him up. Phil Snow's going to be able to give a hold of him, teach him techniques. And, again, because he's motivated, I mean, a lot of y'all are talking about how motivated Cam is, I think Dante Jackson is just as motivated to come out here and shut folks' mouth. So he definitely could be one of the top sleepers this year. But Shaq Thompson as well. Look at what Shaq got to go through. Shaq got to carry the load. I mean, already Shaq got to carry the load, and not only he's got to carry the load, I think he's built for this shit. Not everybody's built for it, but I think he can stop the run. I think he can learn how to, step his game up when it comes to the pass coverage. So again, I mean, I would expect something out of both of those guys. So either one of those will be my top pick.
Yes.
Next question comes from YouTube. Shout out to Jake SF. Jake SF asks, should we trade down from the 7th pick to acquire more picks? Good question. Listen, man, it all depends on what happens in front of us, man. I'm under the impression that if Brown is gone, let's say Micaiah Becton off of the line is gone, and if Okudah is gone, then we trade down. I don't care if Isaiah Simmons is at 7. We don't take him unless you're trying to get a safety, okay? Again, look in the link in the description. You'll see why when it comes to that game. But if Okudah's gone, Becton's gone, Brown is gone, we trade back and get more picks, man. I mean, we don't have to reach for nothing. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to reach for nothing. Now, to be honest with you, I mean, a lot of you guys not going to hear this, but if all those guys are gone, I'm okay with taking CeeDee Lamb. Y'all don't like CeeDee Lamb? CeeDee Lamb's a fucking monster. Could you put him and DJ Moore together with Curtis Samuel? Oh my God, CeeDee Lamb is gonna be a beast. I mean, we really gotta give that some consideration, man. You know what I mean? But if we're not trying to go that route, I mean, it's a little edgy. That's a little risky. But I mean, if we're not trying to go that route, the smart thing to do is trade back, get more picks to help out this team. Again, I'm gonna say it again. I don't believe that with all 7 picks, it's going to be enough to fix this team this year. Even with the free agency, I don't think it's enough. I mean, we're literally going to have to nail every position when it comes to free agency and when it comes to the draft for us to be a good team this year. We're going to have to nail it. I mean, one little slip up and this can cost us goddamn 3 or 4 games. So, I mean, with that being said, it's really up to how much you trust Hurney. Do you really think Hurney's going to, nail every position right? Same guy that took a fucking Dante Moncrief in the middle of the season when we need the T-line. Get brought in a running back. So again, I just don't see it happening. But man, trading down could be a possible option.
Message.
This next question comes from YouTube. Shout out to Dodge Boost. Dodge Boost says, should we draft Jake Fromm with the 2nd or 3rd round pick? Man, now y'all know I love my Georgia Bulldogs. Go dogs, sick 'em, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, I love my dogs, but Jake Fromm is a bust, man. And I'm ungrateful as hell. Hell yeah, I'm ungrateful.
That a weak arm motherfucker. Weak! Yeah, weak shit, sucker shit.
They said he's like a Drew Brees S. How blasphemous of that shit. Jake Fromm can cut mustard. Man can cut an onion. I mean, again, he took us to the national championship. He's a guy, I mean, let's put it like this. If you're looking like Alex Smith, you remember Alex Smith in his prime? Alex Smith did take those boys to the playoff in his prime. He's a guy that's not going to do nothing too crazy. He's not going to do too many turnovers. He's going to make some of the good throws, you know what I mean? But he's not going to win you a game. You know what I mean? He's a guy that's not going to cost you a game, but he's not going to win you a game either. He's just going to keep your ass right in it, and then you have to have playmakers to do the rest. So it's not worth it to me, man. We should have kept goddamn Justin Fields, got cocky, you know what I mean? And you see how that turned out for us. So, fuck no. That's an emphatic fuck no. Go Dogs, I still love you. Woo, woo, woo.
Why so serious?
This next question comes from YouTube. Shout out to Kono Hati. He says, what do you think about our receiving core? As of today, I think our receiving core is a C-. And then we got rid of Jarius Wright, so it definitely caused a void there. But I think they have a plan for that. I expect for somebody. I'm expecting a big name to land in Carolina when it comes to the free agency. Yeah, when it comes to the receiver spot. I honestly do. Robbie Anderson, I've been been tossed around, but I think it could be somebody else as well. Right now we're a C-. DJ Moore is the man. He is our number 1 quarterback. Anybody who don't like it, please exit that away. He's our number 1 guy. I mean, look, a lot of people say In order for you to be a superstar, you gotta have 2,000 receiving, 12 touchdowns. No, he get it done his way. And given the circumstances, we're playing behind Cam Newton, who was hurt, Kyle Allen, who's pretty much a rookie, and then that guy Will Greer. I mean, shit, man. To me, his numbers look pretty damn good. Now, with that being said, Curtis Samuel has always been a guy to me in my book, a guy who can make explosive plays like reverses, bubble screens, and stuff like that. Even in the slot, he has done very exceptional. But to me, he's just not like a number 2 receiver, man. I mean, that's not hating. I mean, the production level's not there, For a guy that runs that goddamn speed, for a guy who runs that crisp and clean routes like he does, you expect his value or production rate to go up. But, it seemed like DJ Moore was the only one. Listen, DJ, he faced the same circumstances that Curtis Samuel faced. He managed to crack it, all right? So, and again, you got to be sensitive, too. I mean, between DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey, those were the only 2 receivers out there that were really getting the ball. So, was Curtis Samuel really even getting a fair shot? So, again, our receiving core is a C-. If we're really going to try to compete this year, we're going to need an explosive, dynamic receiver. If we're going to think about going through the NFC South or going through the damn schedule that we got with a mediocre-ass receiving core, I'm telling you now, y'all might as well just forfeit the season and get ready for 2021. We're going to need a dynamic playmaker to go alongside of DJ Moore and move Curtis Samuel to the slot, let him do his thing in the slot. And, we might got something there. I think we might be cooking with a little fire right there, you know what I mean? CeeDee Lamb. I like CeeDee Lamb. Let's go after his ass. So, again, right now, we're about a C-, if not worse.
Ready, don't!
This next question comes from YouTube. Shout out to Anaju Pereira. Anaju Pereira says, should we draft Mekhi Becton or Derrick Brown? Now, this is a good problem to have, because I want you guys to know I was one of the first people that said Mekhi Becton is nice. Big 6'7", 6'9", mammoth. I mean, moves fluently. Just a mongoloid. I mean, just have you ever seen motherfucking God of War when you facing them big rock thing?
Mongoloid, just
throwing shit. I mean, he really can get after your ass. He's not a big. I mean, listen, he's not one of these big tackles that can't move. He's a guy that can move. And think about our offense in the past. What do we like to do? Get Christian out on the edge, get him out of space. And you're going to need a tackle out there that can, hold his own. So, again, I like that move. But Derrick Brown, man, you guys got to understand, we've been at the bottom of the fish tank for the last 2 to 3 years when it comes to run defense. Carolina run defense used to stand for shit. I used to go to work every day and I say, you know what? Carolina is the place where your run defense comes to die. Your running game comes to die. Yeah. I used to brag about it. You can't run on Carolina. You cannot run on Carolina. And now, motherfucking, every time somebody comes through Charlotte, niggas running on us. Niggas running on us. And again, a lot of you guys are getting happy and you're saying, oh, okay, I'm back in the bubble throwing and all this shit. Okay, I agree. That is exciting. But at the end of the day, if we can't stop people from running on us, the reason why running is so important. Running controls the tempo. If it's late in the game where we're trying to come back and I can run on you, I can melt away your clock. Not only does it melt away your clock, it also gives me diversity. If I can run the ball, now I can spread the ball around with throwing the ball. So now you balance out your offense. If I stop you from running, now you become a one-track offense. Now you got to throw the ball. Not only do you got to throw the ball, you're not going to be able to control the clock as smoothly as you could when you're running the ball. So that's the reason why a lot of you guys are screaming, oh, let's go get Isaiah Simmons, all this other silly shit. When the last 3 years we've been getting stuffed down our fucking throat. I don't get you guys' logic. But yeah, man, if I had a choice, man, between Isaiah Becton, Derrick Brown, I'll go ahead and make Derrick Brown my number 1 pick, and it's not even a question for me. We brought in this 31-year-old tackle, Russell Cunye, and I mean, for right now, he seems like a 1-year rental. You know what I mean? But again, like I said, if Brown is not there, if Okuda's not there, if Isaiah Simmons not there, well, not Isaiah Simmons, but if Becton is there, then take Becton. But I wouldn't be opposed to getting a guy like CeeDee Lamb, the explosive wide receiver. I'm your host, Granite Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool cat, put your paws up if you rock with the Big Cat. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for asking all these wonderful questions. Make sure you guys tune in tonight at 9:30 for another live stream. We'll be doing a little mock draft 2.0 after the combine. See what's out there. See how my picks change. Have some of you guys' picks change. We'll talk about it. Make sure you subscribe. Tune into the podcast. Get in the comment section. Let me hear some of you guys' thoughts on some of these questions. Let's get up out of here. Let the church say that.